Hey.
Hey.
If you didn't hear the news, your boy was on Netflix, y'all.
Yeah.
Hey.
Isn't that crazy?
Oh, my goodness. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it this episode. But did you know that I was on Netflix? No, I was playing. Did you know that Edward Kenmees was the first animaleer in America? And if you don't know what an animaleer is,
You're not alone. I'm just playing.
yeah, for real, right? Yeah,
I learned today.
I learned when I did this research. Animaleer is a sculptor
Of animals.
of animals, y'all. So he was the first one in America, and y'all probably like, who the hell is that dude? We'll tell you after the break. But right now, Netflix's 77 Flavors of Chicago. Let's get it.
It's Sarah.
And it's Dario.
And we traveled through all of Chicago's 77 community areas. We shared some great stories and took you to our favorite restaurants.
But you know what? There's more Chicago history and food to discover.
So join us as we connect you to the greatest city in the world.
You know why? Because this is 77 Flavors of Chicago. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
Sure is.
Yeah. Oh, man. How y'all doing this weekend? Hope it was Thanksgiving was good to y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you celebrated.
Yeah, right. Whatever, man. Who cares? But I hope y'all had a good little holiday break there, man. We back. We back over the holiday. Your boy, 77 Flavors.
Was on Netflix.
We was on Netflix, y'all. We gonna jump right into what was the best part of your week. What was the best part of your week?
The best part of my week is that I made a 3-tier cake.
You did.
In celebration for Netflix. I made Dario a little cake with his favorite filling in it, which is lemon curd.
Yeah.
That was obviously seeing you on Netflix was a highlight.
That's crazy. That's crazy to even hear.
What's the highlight of your week?
Paid the Netflix bill just to see myself.
Yeah.
No, y'all. Hey, man, look. First of all, I just want to say this is not happening because without the help of the listeners.
1,000%.
This does not happen without the help of the listeners. So, thank y'all for listening.
Yeah.
And supporting the podcast, even of downloads
Make us
or whatever.
findable.
You know what I mean? Right. You know what I'm saying?
If people didn't listen, no one would find us.
Nobody will find us. So we thank y'all for that.
Yeah.
We thank you for that.
And mind you, this was I would say fairly. You recorded a long time ago.
I recorded 2 days after my birthday, July 12th and 13th, 2022, y'all. So we've been sitting on this secret for a year and a half.
Yeah.
So I'm glad it's finally out. We can talk about it. And so
how was the experience?
Yeah, I'm gonna get to that. But reason why I'm kind of stalling on what it is I'm still, anybody that don't know us right now, or just if you're listening, this started out as date night.
Yeah.
Yeah, this started out as date night, and it started out in 2021.
Correct.
And so
June 24th.
June 10th is when.
But those episodes no longer exist.
June 23rd is when
23rd.
The media found us.
Correct.
But this was date night.
Yeah, it was just Dario and I, something to do together.
Yeah.
He loved history and the city, and I love food, and so we combined our passions.
Yeah.
To make this little podcast.
And now look where we are landed. 2.5 years. And really, that was less than a year when they reached out to us.
It was less than a year.
Yeah, less than a year. And now, how did it happen? Y'all, this is a true story. It's a true. This is everything I'm about to say is true. So Sarah and I, we together 99% of the time.
Correct.
Of our whole relationship. Yeah. We together, y'all. Mm-hmm. And she was. This was May of 2022. She is got to do a work trip, so she got to go out and fly away, going on her way to Seattle, right? And first time we'd been kind of separated, in that capacity.
Because we started dating in the pandemic, so no one was going anywhere.
Yeah,
and
right.
This was my first work trip back.
Yeah.
And I was gone for just 2-3 days.
Yeah, 2-3 days.
Yeah,
right. And maybe not even that.
Yeah,
but anyway, Sarah is leaving this fateful day in May. Can't remember the day, and I'm about to take a nap because I'm like, I got to do this thing alone for the next couple of days. So let me go ahead and rest up for a bit. Got this dog, you know what I mean? So I in my head, I said, you know what? Let me just check the email because at this time, our email, we fresh, we kind of hot. You know what I mean? Like we get emails like 2-3 times a week. And so I'm like, I don't want to miss nothing, miss an opportunity for us. So I said, let me check my email. And the first thing I saw was this thing that said Netflix. I read the thing. I'm like, well, shit, I paid the bill. We paid the bill. So I don't know what they sending me an email for.
Yeah.
And it's Sarah's name. Shit. So I don't know why I get this email. So I'm like, whatever, let me just go to bed, right? Let me just take a nap real quick. So then 5 minutes later, I'm like, I mean, that was a long ass title for Netflix to be telling me to check a bill.
Netflix media request?
Yeah, well, then I read it, and and that's what it said. It said Netflix media request. Or it said media request in caps, and then Netflix. I was like, what? Wait a minute. So I'm reading it. This shit got to be a scam, y'all. Mm-hmm. So I'm reading it. I'm like, this sounds pretty damn legit for a scam. You know what I mean? Like, I'm either thirsty or this shit is real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Read it some more. I get excited. I call Sarah. Sarah is just about the plane about
I'm literally
wheels up.
like at the gate.
You know, about to leave. And so I'm like, man, you got to sit on this for 5 hours. So now I'm geeked. I'm hyped. Very next day, get a phone call. You know, we have the conversation a couple days later, like they said. And, you know, they said, I'm talking to the producers of Netflix, How in the Hog. And they like, hey, this is dope. And I took the opportunity to be like, shit, let's get it. Because they wanted your boy for consulting, right? They only wanted me for consulting. So to based off our podcast, we go everywhere in the city. They wanted to talk to us. So I did the thing. And they were like, well, you kind of dope, man. Would you mind being on the show? I was like, you goddamn right I would be. Let's go. Yeah. So at that moment, I knew I was going to be on Netflix. And like a month later, you know, we recorded. Mm-hmm. My birthday is July 10th. We recorded July 12th.
Yeah.
So I'm riding high off my birthday. I can't even get excited for my birthday. Remember?
I remember.
I'm like, everybody's like, oh, what you doing this day?
I don't think we just went and saw a movie.
That's it. Because like everybody's like, what do you do for your birthday? And I'm like, nothing. I ain't doing nothing.
Netflix.
Yeah, right. I couldn't say nothing. I'm like, shit.
You signed a fatty NDA.
Yeah. I'm like, man, I couldn't say nothing. But in my head, I'm like, bro, I'm about to be 2 days after my birthday. I'm recording with Netflix for 2 days. Yeah. What? And so, long story long.
And Steven is dope.
Yeah, he's dope. Yeah, right. I mean, like, long story short, man, like, it happened. It came out. So anybody that saw it, y'all can go check out How in the Hog on Netflix, season 2, episode 1. Your boy is out there representing black food here in Chicago, how we got here. So, again, thank y'all. Now, I mean, you go check it out if you want more questions, if you want to know more, you know, that we could talk about it later. But, yeah.
That's crazy.
That was our week from episode to episode.
Yeah.
Netflix is the story. So, but today we got another fun, episode to talk about. Got a fun episode to talk about.
Super fun. I like these little niche episodes, if I'm being honest. Like when we find something super, super, super small and specific.
Yeah.
I love those. I don't know why. I feel like it's never ending in the city. Obviously, this podcast is not going anywhere.
No.
If anything, it's going to get bigger.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
But because there's so much to talk about.
Yeah. I mean, you know what it is I feel like the seemingly mundane stuff.
Yeah. That you pass by every single day.
Yes.
I mean, if there's buildings I've walked by a million times. Most of the time, I don't even notice.
Right.
Like, one of the things that I want to mention today when we start talking, I've seen it a couple times a month, every month for the last, decade. Did not think to look it up.
Yeah, right.
And now we took a moment to step to the side and look it up, and you learn about an entirely new different thing.
You learn about it, man. And so today we talk about this Art Institute Lions.
Yeah, but
lions that guard Michigan Avenue and the kind of like the hub of the city, the main area of the city. So let's jump into it right now. So reason why we did that trivia question at Where Kimmy's is because he was the guy who created the statues. He's the one that created those. And some fun facts, some history about him. He was not born in Chicago. He's not even from Chicago.
Right.
He's from Savannah, Georgia. He moved with his family as he grew up to New York. His mom had died, and his dad said, "Hey, let's relocate. Let's move camp up north." And so they went to New York, and that's where he kind of grew as in his childhood and adulthood, and he became fascinated with animals and sculpting and that kind of thing. So
he was like showing interest in art at a young age. Yeah.
Yes, he was interested in that, and specifically animals.
Animals.
Yeah, he was specifically interested in animals, and he started to sculpt them.
Yeah.
He started to create them, and he left New York. Get this, he left New York in 1872 to go west and study animals.
Okay.
In the wild.
Where?
Out west, towards anywhere west of, think about 1872. That's pretty much open land. It's Florida.
Ain't shit going on. No.
Animals just roaming right now. You know what I mean? Think about that's crazy, right? To think about.
I'm thinking like of Chicago.
Chicago was big, but we get there because he was making his way to Chicago.
Yeah.
Like eventually he didn't know that, but he was on the way to Chicago. So he studied these animals, and when I say studied, like mannerisms, behavior, walking, communicating with each other, he studied all that stuff. He gained a lot of attention from that. He like blew up from that, right? Yeah. And to the point, he moved to France to showcase his work in 1878.
Oh, wow.
He moved to France. Like, hey, think about it now. To go from, America to France over sculpting animals, this is a huge time for that kind of stuff.
Right.
People like this opulent type of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And animal, when you look at like a strong animal, animals represent things, right? Yeah. And so, in those times, people wanted to show they, wealth and show their power by having a dope animal. Like if you can get one nice and mixed up, that's good.
Mixed up.
Yeah, right. I mean, made up, I should say. Now, he returned, he returned before he came to Chicago. But in 1885, he in fact did come back to Chicago. He came back and moved to Chicago, I should say.
Yeah.
Because it was his first time being here.
Right.
And so he came to Chicago. Why did he come to Chicago? Well, 1885, the Art Institute is up and running. However, fun fact for y'all, the Art Institute is not located in this time in 1885 in the location it is now. It is located at the corner of Van Buren and Michigan Avenue.
Right, yeah.
So where the half circle,
almost like a cul-de-sac
in the middle of a
I guess it's not a cul-de-sac.
City, yeah. Right. It right there on the northern tip of that half circle, right, is where let's just look up Van Buren and Michigan Avenue, right? that's where it was. Okay. Now, the cool thing is he worked for the Museum of Science. The Art Institute. And what he did was what he did. He made animals and he sculpted animals and had like bugs and all kind of things.
Bugs.
Yeah, right. Anything that he can sculpt, he did. And so that was what
sculpt is a weird word.
It is. It is.
Sculpt.
It's very weird. It's weird saying it because, like, as a brother, I don't pronounce all my words. No. I don't pronounce. That's
not what I meant.
Yeah, I'm just saying it. I'll be scoping. No, stop, y'all. I'm sorry. So yeah, he worked there, right, and he was doing the thing. But now he's blowing up now again. You come to Chicago, you gonna get big.
He worked for the Art Institute.
He worked for the Art Institute, which at that time was, having art on display again. 1800s, 19th century is all about, art and displays like that. So, he's starting to blow up and gain attention from people. And also, at this time, Chicago is in the mode of getting the World's Fair.
Right.
So we're
getting our shit back together.
Yeah, we getting our shit back together.
Yeah.
And we got it back together for like 14 years at that point. Right, but now we like building up to have the World's Fair. So at this point, there's also a time, a thing that says, hey, look, the Art Institute is looking to have a new building in time for the World's Fair.
Yeah.
So it's a lot going on at this time. World's Fair is happening. The Art Institute is looking to have a new building, and they need this person, right? At the time that the World's Fair was being built, there's a call for 2 lions to be built. Okay? And they needed a sculptor to do this.
Yeah.
Guess who they call, y'all?
Oh boy.
They call old boy. They call old boy Edward to come do his thing, right? And create these lions. Now, the people that wanted him, that commissioned him to do these lions, I was reading somewhere and I couldn't see it. Was kind of like cross. Again, when you do this research, you try to get everything as accurate as you possibly can.
Yeah.
and I only saw this down once, but I don't want to confirm it is true, but apparently the people that wanted to commission him also wanted him to sculpt the lions in representation of a family member that had passed away.
Okay.
So these lions, not only do they represent, what I'm going to tell you later, but they also, I think, represent family member who commissioned him to do these lions. Yeah. So a little bit of a sentimental piece there. And yeah, these lions were not meant for the Art Institute of Chicago. Guess what they were meant for, y'all? They were meant for the World's Fair in 1893, the Palace of Fine Arts.
That's a fancy ass name.
Yeah. And do y'all know what the Palace of Fine Arts is? Palace of Fine Arts is today's Museum of Science and Industry.
Yeah.
That's fire.
That's
so cool. That's dope. Hold on, give me my coin. God damn it.
Well, I mean, you can give yourself coin for knowing.
But it's been a while since I did that. It's been a while since I did that.
That's true.
I
like. It's crazy to think that the Museum of Science and Industry was built. Was it built for the World's Fair?
Yeah, it was the museum. It was the Palace of Fine Arts.
That's crazy.
I
want to go to the World's Fair.
Yeah, the World's Fair. I mean, you couldn't go, and neither one of us could go. I mean, we could go, but we wouldn't be Victor Timely.
Damn.
If Marvel got one thing wrong, inaccurate.
Maybe like a middle class white man.
Hello, nerds. Come listen to the History Nerds United podcast, and let's make history fun again. We interview today's best authors, whether they are established Pulitzer Prize winners or someone debuting their first book. Let us show you that history is not a boring class you took in high school, but a place where the best stories come from. And we don't just cover history. We also love to chat about true crime, biographies, memoirs, and so much more. So head on over to History Nerds United, and let us introduce you to your new favorite book and learn the story behind the story.
History Nerds United.
Yeah, it would be fun to be there.
Yeah,
they had some dope shit there. I mean, we got pretty much everything that started Chicago started there. Man. Damn, that's kind of dope. Anyway, so the Palace of Fine Arts. Now, a little bit of history about that building and the Museum of Science and Industry, because y'all been to the Museum of Science and Industry. If you haven't been, you're gonna walk into history. Not all of that building is from the 1893. It's they added some things on there, but there are some pieces that you can still see and be like, oh, this is old as shit, right? This is the original thing. So I think part of if you're coming down south on Lakeshore Drive, that little piece that hangs off the edge, where the farthest to you on the street, that piece is added on, but the middle part is like kind of new, right? There's original, and then there's some pieces more inland.
Look this shit up.
Yeah, look it up. So anyway, that's kind of cool. So look, history within history, y'all.
That is really cool.
So anyway, these lions were made for that, and I actually have a picture up of the lions if you watch the video, or I'm sure we'll have it on our Instagram at some point. But the lions, you can see them pictured in front of the Palace of Fine Arts.
Wow,
pretty dope. Now, how do we get to the
Art Institute?
These lions, they were created again for that temporary thing, but they had to move, right? They moved them to when the Art Institute new location, which is the current location, opened up in 1894. That's when those lions were there, and they've been there ever since. Fun fact about I got a couple fun facts specifically about the lion, but about the creation of the lion. Mm-hmm. I know I said Edward Kimmy created, he's the sculptor of the lion, but did you know that his wife also helped him sculpt? And not only did she help, there's a picture of her up there sculpting,
chiseling away.
Yeah, shout out to Laura. Shout out to Laura helping the mans out. You know what I'm saying? So give her credit.
Plot twist: what if she was the sculptor and he just took the credit?
It was the 1800s. When did women's rights kick in?
Like not until
2022.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit, y'all getting them taken away.
Barely.
Damn.
Wow. They're retracting.
Yeah, for real. Join the black people here. We getting
Ain't this a bitch?
Damn, stop. Okay. Then this took a hard left. Anyway, so more fun fact about the lion. Did y'all know? Because y'all been to the lion. You taking pictures. Everybody take pictures of the lions, right? Everybody has seen them. You've seen them on the news, and it's one of Chicago's biggest tourist attractions. They put the wreaths over them right now. They put the helmets anytime the sports team is in, the playoffs or doing some kind of big run.
Once or twice.
Yeah, right. It ain't too often, but it ain't too often that happened. But we had a stretch though. We had a stretch though where that bad boy was rocking all the uniforms. Uniforms. Yeah, I roll with it.
Where's that accent from?
I don't know. Neglect. That's what that should have went to school. Anyway, the two lions actually have a meaning. Again, remember these lions, when he made them in the likeness that he saw them. That's why he was considered the best in the world.
Because he studied them in their habitat.
Yes. So they're distinguished by north and south. The one north of the steps is standing, in the meaning behind that is on the prowl. Mm-hmm. So if you look at it, you can see that bad boy is
looking for shit.
He's looking for what the hell's coming up the block. The one on the south side of the steps of the Art Institute is standing in a position, in an attitude of defiance. Yeah. So if you look at him, that one is looking like, boy, bite your shit up.
I'm not going.
I'm not going, right? Like, I'm not going.
You don't have to move me. I'm not going.
This is my pride land, baby. Another cool little fun fact. I actually have that lion tattooed on me.
I know. You need to get the other one.
I got to get the north side on the other arm. So, I'm proud of this lion. This is one of the first tattoos I ever got, but I wish I had gotten it, shout out to Tim who did it. But I mean, he wasn't no beast of her. Yeah. But so I'm trying to give me a lion. If y'all know, if there's any tattoo artist that's in the Chicago area that would like to hook your boy up, not hook me up, I mean, I'll pay you, but help me out. Mm-hmm. Do that. Okay. Mm-hmm. Holler at us. Anyway. And that's the that's the
story of the little lions. That's the story
of the little lions. Now you got some shit to talk about.
Yeah. Well, what I was going to talk about is, it's actually, you'll see them on our Instagram, but one of the cool things that around the Art Institute that I have probably walked past a bajillion times and never noticed. I'm going to only mention one of the two because I want one to just be a surprise. But maybe a lot of people didn't know, but the current stock exchange is not the original stock exchange.
Yeah, right.
So the original stock exchange was built by Adler and Sullivan this piece that I'm talking about today was built by Adler and Sullivan in 1893 for the original stock exchange. Hey. And thank you. It's an arch, right? And it says Chicago Stock Exchange 1893 on it, and it's super intricate.
Right.
It has a ton of motif in it and stuff like that. It's absolutely gorgeous. And when the original stock exchange was demolished in 73,
yeah.
72?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, early 70s. The arch was, removed, and the Art Institute took it in 77, and it's placed on the grounds of the Art Institute. You can't get up too close to it, but you can get up close enough that you can see it. Like, you can't just touch it, is what I mean, right? But you can get very close to it, and that is something I have passed million times.
Yes, if you are down, it's right there on Columbus, and what is that? What is that street right there? Is that Balboa?
Possibly. So it's if you're going east and the Art Institute is on your right, it'll be on that right corner.
Yeah. So pretty dope. I mean,
you can't miss it. I mean, if you're looking, and it's a huge arch. It's right across from the park. And
what's crazy is everybody, include us, we've gone past that so many times.
We've parked there. Monroe.
Yeah, Monroe.
We've parked there and walked past it, and I never once looked at it. And then the other day I was walking Campbell by the lake, and I had parked in front of it, and I walked back, and I was like, Chicago Stock Exchange. Like, it's weird to see. It's nowhere near the stock exchange. Why would this be here?
Right.
And so I just looked it up, and I thought it was such a cool piece of the Art Institute history as well. Yeah. They're all about preserving art. And
it's on the school side too.
It is on the school side.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's a pretty cool piece of history.
Yeah. Chicago literally has history everywhere.
Right. That's the point. Is like we're never going to run out of things because there's always just pieces of history everywhere. Greatest city in the world. Yeah, for real.
On that note, we are going to take a little break, 5-second little intermission here, give ourselves some time to drink some water or whatever we got to do. And we're going to come back with the food like we always do. So let's get it.
All right. We are back with the food.
Yeah, buddy.
And today we went to
Lachette's Inn.
I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Well,
it's Laschet''s. Lachette's?
Lachette's ain't Lachette's.
I don't know. It's German, y'all.
Yeah, right. So somebody, please, y'all ain't shy to let us know when we talk about something.
I'm good.
I know.
Know.
We got one listener, Mike, who's gonna help us out.
Yeah, for real. Shout out to Mike.
After we do our initial research, I'm not doing no more. Mike gonna be in our DMs helping us out.
So Mike is one of our more recent listeners.
Mike, this for you, Mike. There you.
For real.
Go ahead, Mike. And hold on.
He actually found us through our reels, I believe, that we've been posting on Instagram. And, I let him know, I was like, hey, if you're interested in more history, we have a podcast. And so he started listening to the podcast, and he's so wonderful. He will send us recommendations for restaurants. He'll send us more information about the stuff that we talked about, sometimes really cool pictures. So shout out to Mike. He's a real one.
Yeah, right.
He actually recommended a restaurant that we'll probably cover maybe next episode or the episode after. Yeah. So
next episode going to be fire, though.
It is.
It's gonna be nice little
I know
comeback episode.
Yeah,
so.
for real. But yeah, so let's talk about this place we went to. So it's basically, I would say, I don't know how to describe it because it definitely gives the vibe of like the restaurant at the inn at the bottom. You know what I mean? Like, when you go to a hotel and there's a bar and a restaurant.
Yeah,
that's the vibe that it gave me. Like I was transported to what I feel like Germany would look like, and I'm in an inn, and I just came downstairs for dinner.
Yeah.
So you walk in, and it's a bar.
You look like you're somebody else.
Yeah.
It
felt very homey, like super inviting, very like I feel like they probably have clients that have been going there for decades. That's the vibe that you get from there.
It does feel like that.
Yeah, like everyone knows everyone, but I think it's because we walked in and there was a game happening, and so it was super lively and all of that. And that was the front portion, and then you walk up like 2 steps, and it's the dining area. Yeah, and that's where we went, and we sat down.
Pretty dope. It's a nice little setup. Honestly, that front bar area,
lit as hell.
Yeah, and it's so small that you ain't got no choice but to be lit in there, especially if it's a game going on. Like, and that's a Michigan bar, y'all. Yeah. I didn't know that was a Michigan bar.
Well, I don't know if it is. Maybe I think what happened is the people that were there had rented out the room, so that they can be there.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. That's right. She did say that. Yeah,
so I don't know if it is a Michigan bar. I don't know if Germany has anything to do with Michigan.
No.
I don't know what the relationship would be there. But yeah, so let's talk a little bit about what we ate. Yeah. I would say the service there was really, really good, even though it was just one person.
Yeah, I honestly, shout out to her.
For real.
Because she's...
Julie, I believe.
Julia, somebody. I forgot her name.
Yeah,
however,
sorry.
She was saying that,
she kept apologizing, like, I'm so sorry.
It's only 2 of us here right now, and I'm busy.
I was like, you're killing it.
Right.
Food came out fast. Orders were taken very quickly.
It was accurate. I was like, what is going, like, is she trolling us? Like, that's what it felt like, because I'm like, she making it seem like it's like bad, but like, no.
Yeah.
That was good.
Great.
Yeah.
The only thing I will say is, like, I usually like to ask the server, like, what do you recommend? What do people enjoy? And we didn't get to do that, just to respect her time, because I know she was super busy. Yeah. So I didn't want to impose. But that's the only thing that I will say, like, we weren't able to do. But that's just because.
Yeah, that's fine. We can go back and talk again.
I know, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But let's talk about what we ate today. So we started off with the hot sausage plate, which is grilled and sliced brats, knockwurst, and Thuringer sausages. I'm gonna butcher every single one of these. So just like get comfortable, scoot your butt in your seat,
get cozy, lean back,
take a little sip of your chill drink.
Yeah, some beer probably.
Yeah. But this, and it came with sauerkraut. Mm-hmm. And I will say, the sausage, I will talk about the sausage in a second, but that was some of the best sauerkraut I've ever had in my entire life.
Yeah, y'all. This, honestly, literally some of the best sauerkraut.
Literally.
I don't even know what's real and what's fake now.
I mean, it's not like fake. It's whether it's like made
Some sauerkraut be too sour.
too sour
This
or
shit
like too
is-
processed.
This shit is. It was
It is very
good.
good.
It's sometimes for me sauerkraut.
much.
It's been too much, man. It's like it take away
It's
from
never
the
too
food.
much. I love that shit.
See, nah, this one was just right, just right, y'all.
Yeah, it was great.
I loved it.
And it was a little warm because the sausage plate was warm.
Yeah,
And I really liked that.
Yeah, right.
I didn't think I've never had it this way, but I really, really enjoyed it. All of the sausages were great.
fire.
Yeah.
And all three of them, you can't. It was like if you had to rank them, they kind of went in order of rank. To be
Yeah,
honest
yeah.
with you, like they went in a circle, and that was it. Like,
Yeah, they were very good.
But any piece was good.
Yeah.
Like, and no matter what you did, we found something. Oh, you didn't even talk about the.
Well, we got potato pancakes.
Potato pancake, yeah.
And first of all, you got a bajillion potato pancakes on that plate.
that filled us up.
It really did.
You get if you put they were sliced in what halves or quarters or something like
I
that.
think so.
So
So you get they're served with the sour cream and applesauce, which I've never
I've never
had them with applesauce before, but I really like them.
Did
I
you
think
have it with
Yeah,
applesauce?
I did.
I didn't do it.
I had to try it. So
Yeah.
just out of curiosity.
Yeah,
But it was good. I liked it. It's definitely like eating a hash brown with jam.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Huh.
It was good.
I don't know if I could. I don't know. I in my head I was like I can't.
We were eating a lot of savory, so it would have
Yeah.
been. But I like the contrast of savory and sweet. It was good.
Not bad.
But our favorite thing to do was the potato pancake, a little bit of mustard,
Yep.
the
Sausage.
sausage, and then sauerkraut on
Sauerkraut.
top. Chef's kiss.
That was that right there.
We were smacking.
Honestly, I wish we had discovered that earlier.
I know.
Because like that was so damn good, man.
So
Look,
good.
hey, look, we gotta get out
For
with the
real.
corn. That was
For
that
real.
was fire.
And I will say, if I were to go again and we're just hanging out at the bar, those two items would keep me full for the night.
Right, honestly.
And I think
Yeah.
that's like the issue we'll talk about in a little bit is that we got so full from that
Yeah.
because we smacked. I mean,
We
there
tore
was
it up.
not a single piece left.
And we didn't even talk about they had this Wertz sauce that looked kind of like Worcestershire sauce or soy sauce. To be honest with you,
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a flavor enhancer,
Yeah.
basically. It's like almost like adding seasoning
Yeah.
in liquid form to
We-
your. Yeah, it's like it gives like an umami flavor.
Yeah. Once we
And-
put that on, first we
Fire.
did on the potato pancake.
Yeah. It was really good.
Hey, that took it to another
Yeah.
level. And then when we start made our little concoction,
Right.
you put it on that.
Yeah.
Man.
It's salty, so like you want to be careful with how much you add because
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
really concentrated
Very.
flavor. My mom used to use it to like marinate meats and like add it into soups and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah,
when
yeah.
we were growing up, but that's
Disclaimer.
Yeah.
Big disclaimer because
Yeah,
it is kind of
salty.
salty.
Yeah.
Just a couple drops and you good.
Yeah.
But a couple drops added to a lot of drops. So it's crazy.
Yeah. And then to move on to what we had as like our main dishes.
Mm-hmm.
So I had shrimp Dijon,
Shrimp Dijon.
and it's a German twist on the Chicago specialty, is what they call it. It's 5 jumbo shrimp sauteed in garlic butter, topped with breadcrumbs, and served on a skillet over a bed of spitzel with a side of red cabbage. If you don't know what spitzel is, like I didn't, it's basically like an egg noodle. To me, I think of like boiled funnel cake. That's
Yeah.
what my mind. That's what the texture felt like for
Yeah.
me. And that item was probably my least favorite.
Yeah.
It like overtook the dish, even though it had no flavor.
Right. It was
It
just,
was very bland.
it seemed unnecessary
I don't know.
because the shrimp was fire.
The shrimp was fire.
The shrimp was
the breadcrumbs were great.
great, yeah.
The red cabbage on the side was amazing.
Yeah.
I could have eaten that with a spoon by itself, which
Yeah.
I did.
But that stuff
That spitzel,
that was a little different.
a little bland.
It was.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe the words would have helped
Maybe.
because we didn't do that.
I did not do that.
We did not do that, and I
Yeah.
bet you I'm regretting the fact
I
that
know,
we didn't
for
put
real.
that on the shrimp. Ooh, I bet you that
But the
would
shrimp was
by
great.
itself.
Like it didn't need any more.
big when they jumbo shrimp,
Jumbo.
shrimp,
Yeah,
yo,
jumbo.
like jumbo. These
real.
things is going crazy,
They are.
but they were good.
And so like I would probably not order that again. This is the part where I say like I regret not being able to like talk to our server and be like, what do you recommend? Because we're not so familiar with German dishes.
Right, we didn't know.
You know, I can read what it says, but I would like to learn to know more about like what are the favorites? What do you recommend? What do people like? And that's often we do that all the time
Right.
to help us decide because we
And
don't
it's-
know.
and it's kind of a personal,
Yeah, of
personable
course.
type of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It feel good to like let them say, hey, what it is. 'Cause
Right.
Honestly, just whatever. Give us what you want. 'Cause
Basically,
we
that's a lot of the times we do that. We're like
Showcase.
just
Yeah.
give us whatever. So so maybe next time I'll probably do that where
Yeah.
I'll say, what do you think we should have? We really, because the sausage plate was so good.
Right. And they have different things on different days too.
They do. They have like some dinner specials that are served on different days. And my dinner plate came with a goulash, and that was really, really good. I really enjoyed that. I added the
Worst.
sauce
It's words,
to it.
y'all. It's WURZTZ. Is it something like that? I don't know.
Z-
Shoot.
Z.
Actually, you know what? It was
Do you know
coincidentally
what TZ means in Arabic?
TZ.
Yeah, my butt.
You didn't have to show you. Tell your boy that.
Damn.
How do you say kiss?
Well, we say the Arabic version is lick, so tilhastizi, which means lick my ass, but it's
Damn.
basically
It's
the
kiss
same.
my ass. Yeah. Same. Okay. Same energy.
Same
All right.
energy.
All right. That's crazy. It's different.
It's different.
It's definitely different.
And then Dario got the hamburger out of curiosity, honestly.
Honestly, I mean, I feel like we've been on this run. We started a little war on the best on our,
This burger.
you know,
Every time there's a burger on the menu, it's hard not to order it.
yeah, because we started some shit.
Yeah.
We got to finish it. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
And would not order this again.
Yeah, I would pass on the burger.
Pass on the burger. Hard
I
pass.
would pass. Like that. I don't even want to say no more because I don't want to disrespect the place. You know what I'm saying?
It's no disrespect. It's
Nah,
our opinion.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I would pass on the burger.
Yeah,
Moving
it was not super.
But
flavorful.
they have 14 different beers there that you could choose
Yeah.
from, and they come. You don't even ask. Y'all know how Germans get down with the beer. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all be drinking.
Yeah.
And you say, I want this. She bring it in a big old goddamn mug.
Literally.
Like, yep.
So Dario was like, I don't know what beer do you think I should get? And she was like, do you like dark or
light?
And
I was
he
like,
said
light.
And she get bet. And then she came back with a glug of beer.
Yeah, for real. I don't even know what it was or nothing, y'all. But it was smooth. It had your boy.
What if it was like Miller Lite? I'm
No. See, the thing is, I know Miller Lite. I
I
know
don't think they serve Miller Lite.
they better not. Not no German beer. Y'all, look, I'm pulling y'all card. If I go to a
Just a
German beer, y'all
Corona.
got Miller Lite. Well, I mean, I'm sure y'all probably do, but like, who
think?
ordering that there? Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they do. You know what I mean?
That would be.
But who ordering
Crazy.
it? That's the thing. Whoever ordering it, you bogus.
They have so many beers.
14.
They have ciders. They have like so much.
I mean, you got to be a drinker too, because I'm talking about that's a big ass thing of beer that you get.
Yeah.
It lasted me. I ain't no beer drinker. I'm a whiskey, hard liquor drinker. You know,
Whiskey, hard liquor.
hard liquor drinker. I'll be
I
fighting.
like that. So,
No, it was that beer was good. I liked it.
Yeah.
Whatever it was.
the only thing I definitely want to go back for is the German chocolate cake.
You know what? We should do a
We
follow
were
up.
so full though. I
We
was
were
like,
full
I
as
can't.
fuck. Those potato pancakes, man. Like that shit right there. And
Yeah.
then the sausage.
I know.
Right there, done.
For real, like
Yeah.
they're
We
girthy
honestly,
sausages.
this episode, we toughed it out.
We did.
We toughed it out for y'all because like this shit,
Yeah.
that was a lot of food.
It was.
Like, and
The
we,
servings are huge.
yes, and they're full.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It ain't like some, we done had so many different cultures of food, and like things are different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some cultures have lighter food. Some
Yep.
cultures have heavier food.
Right.
This
One and the last one.
yeah,
Heavy.
You know what I'm saying? And
We
Serbian
eating-
food is
I
heavy.
know. We're eating salads next week.
Man, for real. Indian food, Serbian food, and
Indian isn't as heavy, I would say.
I mean, you know why I put it in there? I know because you're right. It's not. It's rices and stuff like
Yeah.
that. They give you a lot. That's the
They
thing.
and a lot of bread and
Yeah,
rice.
right.
You said rices?
right? Yeah, right.
The plural
Different-
of rice is rices?
Right? Is it? I don't
No,
know.
it's rice.
Damn. It is.
Have
is
you
it?
ever heard someone say, "Oh, did you make rices?"
I mean, if I may, I would like to defend myself.
Okay, go ahead.
Here's my thought process in that.
Uh-huh.
My thought process was, how it'd be like, we had different types of apples. Well, apples is plural. That's a bad example. Look, anyway, I thought I was saying I meant rices and like, ain't they different forms of rice?
I'm sure, but would you say rices? I've never
I did.
heard
I just
rices.
did. I just did.
Let me see. Is rices a word? We got to find this out right now,
You
live.
gotta make sure you get the vowels right
Is-
because that was going.
Stop it.
Let's see. Is rice is a word? Yeah,
It's not.
what you mean?
Rices is not the plural form of rice.
Yes, it is.
Nope.
Look, I got it right here.
It says you can use the word rices to refer to several types of rice.
Yeah, see, that's what I was talking about. Several types of
But
rice.
this is not a reputable website.
What is it? I just saw Wikipedia, and they had it up there.
That's not a reputable.
Your Wikipedia ain't bad now.
It's not bad, but go look at their sources
U.S.
and use their
Here it is. U.S. Rice Federation.
Damn, I think it is. I think
It
you
is a
can
word.
say- Yeah, I think you can say rices for plural variety of rice.
Yeah, right. And that's
like
what I'm
saying
thinking.
fishes when you're talking about different
Right.
varieties of fish.
You know, right?
I think I've mentioned this on the podcast before, but my friend who studied linguistics says once you say a word, it is now a word.
Hey, well now y'all know rices is a word. And it's like, look it is.
All right, we gave it to you already. Let's move on.
Oh, here's the dictionary. Got it. Rices. I just need that validation. Anyway. All right, I'm done.
I'm rolling my eyes for all y'all that can't see me.
hey, your boy got it. Hey,
No.
hey, look.
No.
Hey, shit.
You're ridiculous. Well, if you guys enjoyed this episode, please share it with someone you love. That's
Hey.
the best way to support us, is to share our content. And if you know someone that owns a business and would like to advertise on our podcast, let us know. We
Yeah.
are now taking advertisement slots.
Yeah,
And if you did not like this episode, that's totally fine.
that's on you.
That's on you.
Deal with it.
This was a solid one.
It was
No tom-
solid.
This
It was
was no
solid.
tomfoolery.
Right. Last week we was a little reckless.
Yeah. This was a good one.
We got it together.
Yeah.
Until Nick flying. Just go watch Netflix, y'all.
Thank you so much for listening to today's episode, and we hope you loved it.
And if you could, please follow us on social media at 77 Flavors Shy on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Twitter.
If you have any ideas or deep dives that you'd love us to do, please contact us at media@77flavorsshy. That's the number 77 flavors and shy for Chicago.com.
If you like visuals, please subscribe and follow and watch us on our YouTube channel at the same thing, 77 Flavors Shy. Or search 77 Flavors of Chicago.
If you would like to support us monetarily, go ahead and click that Buzzsprout link in the description of this episode.
And as always, we gonna see you next week. Peace.